Welcome to this video. Before we get into the exercises, I want to give you a quick breakdown of how the triceps are important and why you need to be training them. So your arm has two major muscles. The first one is going to be the biceps in the front and the triceps are going to be in the back. But here's the main point. The triceps make up nearly 2/3 of your upper arm mass. That means that if you want big arms, you need to forget about just curling dumbbells and actually make sure that you're blasting your triceps as well. So with that being said, the first exercise, you're going to put your thumbs together and then your index finger or your pointing finger together. This is going to create a triangle shape, but this is basically called diamond push-ups. With the little gap that you just created in between your hands, that's where you want to bring your lower chest, and then make sure as you come down, like all the way down is where you go, and then you push back up, all the way back up, and make sure that at the top you're contracting your arm as much as possible. So remember, full range of motion to acquire full muscle development. Do not go half on these reps. Make sure that you go all the way down, and more importantly at the top, squeeze your tricep. A mistake that you do not want to do is have sinking hips. So if your hips are close to the ground or just lower than your shoulders, then this is going to cause you to have a weak tricep contraction. So what you can do is actually raise one leg off the ground, which is going to force your core to get involved. And using knee assistance, if it's your first time doing this exercise, is a good way to take some load off your upper body. Next up, we have bench assisted or bar assisted dips, which requires your feet to be out in front of you and you keeping your legs straight. So what you want to do is almost, so just about when your hips are about to touch the ground, then you want to come back up. You don't actually want to touch the ground. And what this is going to do is going to stretch out your tricep. And at the top, as always, you want to squeeze your tricep and push out until your arm is straight. As you can see here, I'm taking a narrow grip, and this is just another angle from behind so you can see. The narrow grip is really going to help us to emphasize our tricep, because anything that's a bit wider than this is going to start to use the shoulders and the chest more. But since we want to build our tricep, we're going to go nice and narrow. And if you can touch your hands and maintain balance, then do it. But personally, I have some long arms, so I don't do that. Next up, we've got tricep extension push-ups. What I'm showing you here is maybe the first day or first week of you doing this, just so that you can get used to the movement and build some strength going directly back onto your elbows, because you're not going to incorporate any shoulder or chest whatsoever when you do this, unlike a normal push-up. So then you can then also get into the top of a plank position and lower down onto your elbows, which would be the normal tricep extension push-up. And then as you get even stronger, you would actually come down for 3 to 5 seconds. And what this is going to do is going to make the movement even harder. So this is a good way to work your triceps exclusively in push-ups. We can also do what's known as a skull crusher. So you want to bring your head past your hands or equal level to your hands and then push back up. You want to control the descent on this one to get a really good stretch on your triceps. And then again, squeeze out and push the bar away as you come back up. This is going to be a really good exercise to emphasize the stretch on your tricep, and I would highly recommend doing this exercise because it's effective at lengthening the muscle, which helps you to grow the muscle. Especially when it comes to tricep, you want to get a good stretch. So this exercise is one of my personal favorites, and I would highly recommend it. Bear in mind that the lower this bar is, the harder the movement is going to be, and the higher the bar is, the easier the movement is going to be. Lastly, we have dips. The only issue with dips is that it's a compound movement, so you're always going to get some chest and shoulder activation regardless of how you do them. But there is a way to isolate your tricep a bit more with dips, and that is to stay as upright as possible. So with that being said, the more forward lean you have on dips, the more you're going to use your chest. So avoid leaning forward if you want to work your tricep and going down very deep. Go down to about 90 degrees and then push back up, focusing on squeezing your arm at the top and maximizing the tricep contraction on dips. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe. And this is basically just a bit of tricep action, me flexing it. I haven't done any weights, this is just calisthenics, and these are the main movements that I used. Peace.